Testing 1 2 3. Warning: the following video may contain adult language and themes. If you have a problem with this, please stop playing this video now. Hi, boxing fans. I just thought I'd come on here and make another video because I just watched I've watched another video basically asking, if anybody could beat Vlad, if Vlad is unbeatable, if anybody out there right now, any of the top contenders could beat Vlad. This is kind of my response video because it really got me thinking. And I hate that. No, I'm just kidding. It really got me thinking because, honestly, in my opinion, out of all the top contenders right now, not like years down the line, but right now, I wouldn't give any of them more than a puncher's chance against Vlad. I really wouldn't. Upon further reflection, the only one I might give more than a puncher's chance is Tyson Fury. That's the only real one I might give a little bit more than a puncher's chance, but other than that, I really wouldn't give any of them else more than a puncher's chance. I used to have a video on this channel that said the Klitschkos suck. And I still think they do. Well, I mean, not that they suck. I don't like them. But, I'm giving them more and more respect, I think. I still probably don't like them that much, but I'm starting to respect them more, because Wladimir is kind of old school. He's kind of old school. Like, there's not anybody, and the reason why I don't give anybody more than a puncher's chance from the current crop of contenders is because Vlad is the most experienced heavyweight out there right now, who's still on top of his game. Like, he's been boxing professionally, non-stop, since 1996, okay? and why I considered Kubrat Pulev a mismatch is because Kubrat Pulev has only been boxing professionally since 2009. This guy is so green compared to Vlad, which was important because the only way Pulev was going to win that fight was by decision, in my opinion, okay? Because he just didn't have the knockout power to really hurt Vlad and put him to the mat permanently. So the only way he was going to win was by decision. So experience was very important, and it just wasn't even close. Like, Vlad is, like, extremely experienced compared to Kubrat Pulev. Vlad has been in there with some of the classic boxers. Let me go through his box recs here for a second. He's been in there with lost to Ross Purity. Let's see, he knocked out Axel Schultz. I think Axel Schultz was kind of experienced. He was kind of old school too. I think Axel Schultz lost a controversial decision to George Foreman. He also knocked out Monty Barrett when Monty Barrett was still relevant. He decisioned Chris Bird. That is skill right there. Okay, Chris Bird, one of the most awkward southpaws out there, who his thing is to win on points, and Wladimir Klitschko beat him on points. That says it all. That, in my opinion, says that no one out there right now is going to really beat Wladimir Klitschko on points. He fought Franz Botha when Franz Botha wasn't a fucking zombie. He beat Ray Mercer. I think Ray Mercer was a little past it by then. He beat Jamil McCline when McCline was still relevant. He beat Darnell Nicholson, who wasn't really that good, but he was pretty old school. Yeah, and he's fought them all. It's like there's not really anybody out there like Wladimir Klitschko left. And all these young bucks coming up, it's like they can't really compete with that. You can't compete with that sort of experience. You can't gain that sort of experience in such a short amount of time. And that's what I think is one of Wladimir Klitschko's greatest assets, is that he's so fucking experienced. And another thing that dawned on me is that Wladimir Klitschko is a lot like Deontay Wilder. He's like a much more experienced version of Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder had fought them all and was like really fucking experienced, that's what Wladimir Klitschko is in a nutshell. So I think out of the current crop of heavyweights, coming up, I would give Deontay Wilder, I think, and David Price the biggest puncher's chance against Vlad, but I still don't think they have more than a puncher's chance. So yeah, that's kind of my feelings on it. I think though, as Vlad gets older, I think it's going to be easier for people to beat him, which I guess goes without saying. I mean, that's one of the top cliches in boxing, is that you can't beat Father Time. He's going to eventually get to you. But I think if Vlad keeps boxing into his mid to late 40s, it's going to get easier to beat him. I really think it is. And even young bucks who are really inexperienced, that's not going to matter because Vlad's, reflexes are going to dim, his stamina is going to dim, he's not going to be as strong, and he's just going to, obviously Father Time's going to take over. Let me see the current crop heavyweights. Oh, Alexander Povetkin. Let me say something about him. I think if Alexander Povetkin were the exact same way he is now, but just like 3 inches taller, I think he'd be the perfect person to beat Wladimir, actually, because Wladimir wouldn't be able to hold him as easily and stuff like that. But yeah, let me see. Bermain Stavern. I guess Bermain Stavern sort of has a little bit of a puncher's chance, but still, he's too slow. He's too short. Vlad would just keep mid arm's length and wouldn't even let him get in. Derek Chisora would get knocked the fuck out. Bryant Jennings really short. Like, so yeah, out of all the current heavyweight, like, that's the thing about Kubrat Pulev. He did not have any power. So, like I said in the comments somewhere, was that one of the prerequisites, I think, to being able to beat Vlad is to have knockout power, or at least a somewhat above average knockout power, which Kubrat Pulev didn't have. So, the only way in my mind that he was going to win was by decision, and I just didn't see that happening. Vlad's too experienced. He's been around the block too much. Yeah, so that's. I would even give Andy Ruiz Jr. more of a chance against Vlad than Kubrat Pulev, because Andy Ruiz Jr. at least has more power than Kubrat Pulev. Let's see, who else is out there? Arthur Spilka, Chris Ariola, Lucas Brown. Chegaev is pretty experienced. He's about as experienced as Vlad is, but like I said, he's kind of way past it. He looks bloated, and he lost to Vlad back in the day, so they could probably get around that fight anyway. Even though I don't think Chegaev would win anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much my opinions on it. I think. So like I said, the only person I actually would give more than a puncher's chance would be Tyson Fury, but that's just a little bit more because mainly Tyson Fury loves to fight on the inside from what I've seen, and that would keep Vlad's work rate up because a lot of times in his fights, Vlad hugs you and clinches you and leans on you, and he can rest that way. He gets a lot of rest, so he doesn't have to stay constantly active. But Tyson Fury is such an inside fighter that Vlad wouldn't even be able to rest on the inside, let alone clinch him, because he's so much bigger than Vlad. In fact, it'd probably be the other way around. Like, Tyson Fury could lean on Vlad whenever he wanted to rest. While if Vlad tried to do it, Tyson Fury would just, like, belt him, start throwing uppercuts on the inside and just make him work. Which Kubrat Pulev does not know how to fight on the inside as well as Tyson Fury. So that's another advantage I think Tyson Fury has over Kubrat Pulev. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the matter. Like I said, I don't really like the Klitschkos. I'm not too crazy about them, but I guess you gotta give respect where it's due. Anyway, I guess the next fight I'm looking forward to is the Bermain Stavern versus Deontay Wilder fight, which I'll probably make a video about that. So anyway, and as far as my post-fight review of Kubrat Pulev versus Wladimir Klitschko, that's pretty much how I felt. Like, I was just cracking up because the guy just got literally obliterated. So, which I didn't see how anybody could think he could win. Anyway, okay. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.